Hello, welcome to the after show for Layla the Vampire Slayer, episode 6. So that was interesting.
I'm sorry about my internet.
You found water in a desert, though. How far did you have to go for that?
I'm not going to say how far, but like I did have to go like
a distance.
I basically called a bunch of places to see like which one had Wi-Fi. Because like our whole area didn't have Wi-Fi. Like no one has internet, so
that's frustrating.
Yeah, so I think it took me like 15-20 minutes to get all of that situated, right? Maybe a little bit more.
Back in pretty quick.
Yeah, I can't remember how long we were on where we left on break.
I think it maybe took you about half an hour, but like that's half an hour from you going off to coming back on, so it wasn't that long.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Your internet crashed at 7:30, and then by 8:25 you were back with us.
Investigator already. He's looking up the numbers.
He's on it.
So y'all did really well with Charity. And I was like, cool, they're going this route. This is actually like the extreme of... I had a range of how things could have gone when you actually talked to her.
She mentioned something about her soul, so then I was like, oh, I could give that back to you. Like, it seemed like she wanted it back. That's why I said it.
Mm-hmm.
The way you worded what you said made it seem like she wanted it.
When you give a vampire back their soul, though, doesn't like their demon soul leave?
It gets suppressed. It's still in there, but it's suppressed. Yeah.
It's still there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so that's living hell then for the vampire in question.
Yeah. It's effectively the vampire is along for the ride, but cannot do anything. Like, it will be able to vaguely probably see and have motions and memories that it can access, but it can't do anything.
Yeah, no
wonder. So you're saying basically vampire Charity is more in control than Catherine is at this point.
Well, at this point, there is no Catherine. Catherine is gone. There is no soul inside to be there anymore.
How did she feel about me calling her Catherine, then?
Well, that's more of a... She's pissed because that's a callback to when she was weak and human, and now she's like an awesome vampire. So you're just doing a callback to like when she was meh.
Oh, okay.
I feel like using that name isn't so much to like be like a personal thing, but more like we have done a lot of research and we know who you are.
Oh yeah, I was just trying. I'm like, yeah.
You were just fucking with her. Yeah.
I still think she
I feel like that's our relationship at this point. It's Charity fucks with me, I fuck with her. Like, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So someone's gonna die.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight our way out, then give her soul back? Because we can't kill her.
Here's the thing, right? There was an entire spectrum of how things could have gone, and you've already vaguely worked out because you asked her, and she said, look, I'll tell you my motivation. My motivation is not to kill you because another Slayer will appear, and that seems really boring. So I'm just going to fuck with the Watchers Council because I hate them. And, you know, maybe I'll kill some of your friends or mess with your friends because, you know, that's fun. But I won't actually kill the Slayer. And
then we put our foot in it.
That's the main motivation was like, she's really powerful, but she's not going to try and kill you because, you know, she doesn't want to. And then you were like, oh, by the way, we can just get your soul back. Like, you didn't mention it was going to be really tough.
I was saying, I didn't say I was going to. I just said we could if she wanted it.
Yeah, and you said, oh, we are the ultimate threat to you. We can trap you inside your body and bring back that weakling you used to be. At which point I'm like, oh, dear. Yeah, no, her motivation is entirely flipped. It's now you have to die.
Oh, we're doing it now.
Yeah. So I didn't plan this fight to happen now. I was hoping, you know, you do your research and stuff. So, you know, there's drama points. You can all have one drama point for the beginning, which was amazing RP and everything in the different parts and everyone discussing things. You can all have another drama point for good things happen to bad people, bad things happen to good people, which basically that fight is. And Barnaby can have a drama point for, again, bad things happen to good people, getting your drunk call and putting your foot in with Lucian, because that's gone. That doesn't seem like it's coming back.
Are we getting XP?
You're all getting XP as well. You can have 3 XP each.
Alright, I should probably spend some of this.
Yes,
yeah, I've now got enough of a backlog that I can make some inventions and still spend some points on other things. So maybe for the first time ever, I will buy something that's not an invention or super science.
Hard to kill. You'll need it.
And that's the top of the list, yeah.
Yeah.
hell of a lot cheaper than upping like my
Also, to point out for both Robert and Imogen, who actually might have enough drama points for it, is you can spend drama points to come back to life. That is an important thing to remember, whether you want your character to die or not.
Hell, you can spend just 1 drama point
to come back.
I think it's actually really low. I think it's like 5.
Depends on how long you want it to be.
I think
it's like 10 to come back next episode.
I thought it was 5 to come back instantly.
It's more than
4's
that.
next episode, 1's next season, or something like that.
Because I think it is specifically designed, not maybe specifically, but it's definitely easier for a white hat to do that than for a hero.
I'm nearly certain it's 5, because it's a 5 through 1 scale. 1 is next season, 5 is instantly, 4 is next scene, 3's next episode, 2's after a while.
Hang on, I've got the page. Let me look.
I mean, I'm happy to upscale it, because 5 is something you can all afford. And it does take the threat of death away.
I mean, the threat of death doesn't exist in most, like, that's kind of the point of Buffy.
Tell that to Tara.
Yeah, well, that's because she was gay.
Was it before or after that became a trope? Because that was like mid-90s.
It's been a trope.
I hate that that's a trope. Don't kill us.
So Imogen can die.
I'm so sad that what was it? With the first evil in the last season, they couldn't get Tara to come back for that because the actress had a clash with something else, I think. Yeah, because the child who the first evil personified was something like, oh, she's here, but she's like, you know, she says she's sad, she wants to see you. But that was actually meant to be Tara come back as the first evil, but they had a clash they couldn't get her back. It's a shame.
That makes sense.
All right, I got the costs.
What page is it?
Next season is 1 drama point. Oh, the page is 148 of the main book. 1 point to come back next season. Next episode is 5 drama points. 10 drama points is this episode.
Oh.
So.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
10. There was one that was 10, and that was like,
yeah,
you're coming back right away. You're getting mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and a miracle happens.
But for a discounted price of 5 drama points, you can just sit out the session and be back next time. I'd probably take that. It's like, I'm not paying double for like an extra hour or so.
It depends. Like, can we stall my death by about 30 minutes so I might die right at the end of the episode?
I don't know, but what if everyone else is about to die as well, and you're just laying there like, I could just come back. You wake up and you do that miracle shot when you blow like a vampire's head off who's about to kill Barnaby.
Well, why me?
You actually do get a before you die. That's another thing you can do.
Yeah, you spend a drama point or?
It's not heroic feat. It's not plot twist. It's not righteous fury. I'm not even sure that is a drama
which is
thing.
the half damage thing.
I know you can like say some final words, etc., without spending a drama point. I didn't know if there was an action associated, like you could do attack or something before you die. There we go.
Yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, it's like I'm not going to spend an extra 5 drama points to come back a couple hours earlier. That's 5 good puns there.
Yeah, but you don't get paid if you don't come back. So like you know,
it's true.
we'll just pay you like half the episode.
You only get half pay for that episode.
Yeah.
Make it dramatic and die at the very end.
I could totally afford an instant resurrection, but God will it hurt my drama point bank.
Oh, woe is unto you.
I'm on 16
Maggie.
right now, so that'd be most of them.
Could Maggie afford it?
I'm not sure. I don't think.
Could I afford what exactly?
How many drama points do you have?
I have 12 drama points.
Yeah, she could.
You
come
could
back
afford
instantly.
an instant resurrection then.
How much is it
like
now?
that they're
I know
like-
you guys are discussing it.
It's 10.
10? Oh, God.
They do specify that you have to spend the points, but you also have to discuss like what that resurrection, like why you come back.
Yeah, Rob,
there's a couple of-
It makes sense.
did you make the thing? Did you actually spend the XP on that thing to do with the thing?
I don't know which thing. There's 2 things I can think of that you might be referring to. We can talk about it after.
Okay, Discord me.
But anyway, I'm gonna spend some XP.
Yeah, I'm holding my experience. I have 29 points right now.
Time for hard to kill.
That could probably increase your con, right?
My con is 5 right now.
Oh, you need one more. God damn it, so close.
But I don't think I want to increase my con right now.
I could get a bunch of hard to kill, or I could get one more point of willpower.
I thought you were going to say I could get attractiveness.
No, because if I got another point of willpower, I'd have 6 points of willpower. I'd be really good at magic.
Willpower is really good. Yeah, see, that's how I am. I'm like, I want to have flaws, so for me, it's like, I'm kind of content. I think my next thing will probably be just continuing to put stuff into, like, getting medieval and stuff. And what way would it be, like, combat oriented and not necessarily good at the other things? I like
what,
that.
like living? Because con.
I have plenty con. I just want to have 5. That's pretty good.
By the way, if you do actually decide you want to go up to con
also,
6...
I have 8 in hard to kill, so...
Yeah, you're good for hard to kill, because you get a load from being a slayer, like 5 or something. If you do, by the way, want to go up to con 6 by next episode, I will allow you to go into XP debt on that, because it's only 1 XP, and you have got a big fight ahead of you, so I would allow you to go into XP debt for that one.
Anyway, I'm gonna go shopping for things that are totally not useful for this fight, but sound way more fun.
Do it.
I'll go for
What do you think you're gonna get?
and notice.
Kill magic.
Because totally metagaming here, but maximum a human can have is 6.
Yep.
And if I'm magical or special, I can do more than that.
You should take it back from the offer and become vampire.
The what?
You should become vampire. That solves that. Become vampire.
I was actually thinking, like, what if I became a vampire? Just kidding.
I can't only get so many golem hearts to restore souls. Wait, come on.
Wasn't there a second golem in the museum actually though?
No.
No.
There were a pair, right?
No.
I thought there was a pair. Oh.
There was only one, but I'm sure the museums change out every...
Yeah, they just
get ancient rare golems in every other day and
No,
just
I'm
change
not
them
saying
around.
ancient rare golems, but I'm saying they change out what's in their thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They also, like, there are other things. The golem was technically like a... instead of using the thing you're supposed to use. So regardless, I would cannot be done in the middle of this fight. So we need to survive long enough.
Yeah,
You have
the
to get away
spell you'd found out
from this
required a golem heart because you had a golem heart. If you do more research, you could find maybe another spell that required, say, an Orb of Thessala. Then you'd have to find an Orb of Thessala.
Oh, God.
This fight is kill the 3 vampires and then run the hell away from Charity. Maybe try not to kill Brian so that there is the potential we could get his soul back, and then we can have Mrs. Phillips on our side. That's a new ally.
Oh, God.
I think...
I like the fact that you're like, oh no, we just kill Brian. We just kill Brian. Should we leave Brian? No, we just kill Brian.
I do
Oh
agree
wait,
with him in the
he
sense
has
of
a
this
mother.
though.
Oh, he has a mother. People have mothers? This is terrible.
It's not only that he has a mother, it's his mother is like a magic-oriented mother as well. She's cool. Like,
So selfish.
It's not a
You're
dick,
like, oh, I'm only afraid of this
her kid is
because...
a dick. Her kid is a dick.
That doesn't mean he should die. There's a difference between being a dick and should die.
But Brian's already dead.
But he's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
dead
he's not
already.
dead.
He's a vampire, so...
He was a
Brian's
dick.
dead.
Now he's a vampire, which makes him a double dick.
Yeah, he's like a double dick, yeah. And not in the way that you want.
Yeah, so it's like... Well, no, currently what it is... Currently what it is that there is a vampire that looks like
I mean,
Brian.
Barnaby probably would.
Maybe, I don't know.
At least, if not more annoying than Brian is.
It's a vampire that looks like Brian, so it's like we should probably kill him because he's a vampire, but there is the off chance that maybe we could get
Also, it seems like he's just as annoying as a vampire because we all said, shut up, Brian. he started, like, talking and we were all...
Yeah, I had this pendulum in my mind that, like, was, like, between, like, she was not going to kill you at all and she was maybe just going to kill a few of your friends. And then as you all, like, shut up, Brian, it was swinging back to, like, she's not going to kill any... She really likes you. She hates Brian. Brian's actually really annoying. And then
It's
you were
like,
like,
I can
and
kill him
soul,
for
and the
you.
pendulum just went,
I like how
Damn it, I should have turned that
extreme
drama
of
point.
the short to the other extreme in like 10 seconds. And a
yeah.
roll.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that, but that is the one thing she.
Well, the way that she was talking was like she wanted that.
Yeah,
so
no, because she.
Yeah,
No, totally. Like she just plays back and forth as her character. She is just all about bantering back and forth and trying to, and then you just kind of got the wrong end of her stick, and it was like, oh shit. So.
It's fine. She has a terribly inefficient plan to take down the Watchers Council. Like, come on, one at a time? Jeez. Find a location. You gotta, like, massive... God,
we could just write out a spreadsheet for her.
Imogen's really against doing one thing at a time.
Too inefficient.
Well, I like how that's the angle Imogen takes of like, come on, if you're gonna kill them, then do it properly. Like, blow up their headquarters or something.
Oh.
You're not gonna get anything done this way.
Oh, my sweet summer children.
What?
Dear.
I'm sure she's planning on summoning some great evil to try and kill them all at once. But like currently, she's operating on a very inefficient strategy.
Well, we forgot to tell people that the Chief Post Bob is going out.
Yeah, I still have the feeling that there's a big bad that's telling her to do things as well as her just general, blasé. Oh, I'll kill a few people today.
I do have to imagine that the head teacher's evil and probably a vampire. And maybe Tom Hewell has to be alive and a vampire and doing something somewhere.
I mean, for your reference...
I assume there's lots of bad things. I feel like the police force also is probably a bunch of vampires.
Yeah, it seems like it.
They are...
The night shift police officers for sure have some vampires involved in there.
It's a very neat explanation for why all the crimes and all the murders end up being accidents. It's like, oh no, they fell on farm equipment again. What a shame.
Yeah, like there has to be, or some people that have like some mental magic.
Have you seen Hot Fuzz? They trip and fall on their own pitchfork. It happens a lot. It's just a very high number of accidents.
So much.
It's not even vampires. It's just the people of Greater Rosewater not wanting the
murder rate for Little Rosewater is just so low, but the accident rate is just so high. For your reference, all of you but Layla do know the headmaster. Layla, you probably know him vaguely because he does lead some assemblies. His name is Dermot Farris. Seems like a vaguely nice guy, but that doesn't mean anything. So,
clearly a demon.
How long has he been a head teacher? Because if it's more than a few years, then he must have...
More than a few years.
He must be either,
we learned about him before because I have him on my notes.
Yeah,
I remember.
I've seen him briefly.
He's been a head teacher here for about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, he's insane.
Okay, so he might... Well, that's not too long. Like, if it gets to 10 years, they're like, okay, this is clearly like a vampire
He was deputy
hunter.
head before that for like 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's approaching it. 5 years. That's too long to be at this school.
You've got to come up with some way of not getting murdered. Like, think of all the times that that he has to have meetings with students that are playing truant when they're actually vampires. Like, one of them would have had to have turned him. Like, he must have called dozens of vampire kids into his office over the years.
I think he's a demon.
And one of them's gonna have had enough of that. So
the real question is, was the other Barnaby that was in that bar actually Barnaby, or was it the Bactabi Barnaby?
It's got to have been Bactabi, right? Because
that night.
We've not heard of the cheese wheel before Thingy.
No, we haven't.
Like,
but there's other things that we do that are not always on camera, so you know what I mean.
But it was New Year's Eve, which was weird.
It was
that. We were doing that crazy thing, so it's definitely. But like, why was it? He just like peace out. I was like, I'm going to a bar. Like, what?
Well, I mean, he probably wondered about. Well, he got teleported away by the fate to start with. Like,
he is attractive, so maybe some girls like pulled him into the bar with them.
Like the moment he got turned human, the fate's like, "Oh, this is boring now," and was like, "Dink, and you're gone." And so who knows where he went? Maybe he popped up outside a bar and is like, "Well, nuts! I'm a human now. What the hell do I do with my life?"
Wait, no, didn't he?
To the bar.
No, he did disappear. Like the way they got there, though, right?
Well,
that's what I imagined.
Or maybe it was.
Violet changed him, and then when he changed, she ran off.
I thought it was that he got teleported away by a fate. Am I remembering that wrong?
I don't remember ever having a fate teleport him.
Like, I don't think the fate turned up. I think he just vanished, like literally vanished. And I'm like, oh, that's probably the fate.
I remember him running away after Violet changed him into a human. Like,
I think it was Violet that ran away immediately.
Yeah, Violet.
And then
ran off.
Barnaby did the teleporty thing, like how they got there in
maybe.
the first place.
that could be.
Maybe he teleported in a demon-y way, but in that case, he just
I
go
don't
back
think he
to
had the powers to teleport. It's like when we looked at like the magic powers for demons, like only like the super high level ones could teleport.
Maybe the Demon Lord's last act was to protect his demon son by sending him back to the demon realm.
That seems
Oh,
unlikely.
And also
he's smiling and
because
stuff.
the reason he was got up about Barnaby running away was that Barnaby was like gonna be his chosen sire to take over the demon hood because he was a direct scion of him. And then when you got split into pure demon and pure human is better. May get some more powers. I'm just saying he wasn't just crappy Barnaby demon.
Ow!
Fair.
Happy Barnaby
Fair.
demon.
I was a bit shit as a demon.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
The healing wasn't bad though, was it?
Also, the shirt is for Imogen.
Yeah.
I approve.
So we're all gonna die, but that's fine.
Yeah, like
I'll be
Season
fine.
2 is ending. We're going to go into Baktabi. That's going to be the next season.
I
Well,
mean,
like Angel.
So
Yeah,
spin-off
that's what I was
show.
thinking. Like Angel, it's the spin-off.
I'm
Nice.
gonna impress upon you that this is gonna be a really tough fight. Like she just wants you dead as quickly as possible. Like most other fights
And
you've
we
been
haven't
in,
prepared. This is just happening.
most other fights have been a little bit showy, or someone's trying to make a point or something. So I'm just saying this is gonna be tough. Like then you have your drama points, you have your abilities.
I might spend
was
more
a
experience
scary
on
moment.
drama. How much experience do I just spend on points again?
You can spend unlimited XP on drama points, but they do cost you 2 XP for 1 drama point. Although, if you keep doing this, you will never advance. You are so close to advancing with any important
I know.
thing.
I've had to do that so many times. Last episode or last season, I spent like 40 experience on drama points. Have fun, Josh.
That's
Yeah.
like me spending
I
everything.
spent
on
like all my
event
experience on drama points last season.
It's not a sustainable model. As someone who's been doing this the entirety of the show so far, don't spend on one-use things. Spend on stats.
Yep.
I'm so squishy.
Yep.
So very squishy.
Yep. Yep.
There was a horrifying moment at the start of the meet where I forgot that I'd fixed the stakes over last after show, and so I was supposed to be like, oh no, he's gonna reach for it and be like, oh crap, I didn't fix this. I have no weapons. Okay.
I reminded you the previous after show, and I reminded you that after show. I was like, if you're not going to
I'm glad you did. Yeah. I got a torch. It makes vampires wince.
Yep.
For 1 second, they're wins.
Yeah, they're like at a
I do
-2 or
like
something or whatever it was when you
I
tried
do
to
like
torture
that
them.
this torch was made like a full season ago. It was like 6 episodes into last season, and I've never used it for its intended purpose. One time I used its battery to start a fire, and I've like had it a bunch of times and been ready to use it. And it's just never come up. But I'm literally
You
holding it.
used during the Christmas episode to turn it on and off and on and off while you were like fidgety.
Oh yeah, well it was broken, so it wasn't even
Yeah.
working right. That was just like me being upset that super science was limited to rosewater, and realizing everything, all my abilities weren't real.
So recall that Charity does know about your group, knows who you are and what your roles are. She knows that Imogen is the witch, and she knows that Layla's the slayer. Barnaby's so she knows. Barnaby's been very species fluid in the last season, so
I've definitely been a bit more demon than I have right now.
that's true.
She hasn't seen you do that though. But yeah.
Word does get around after you fight a demon lord and kill it. So
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
True,
I
but
think
he did that
Imogen's
as a
going to get
human,
gacked
right?
first.
Yeah, Imogen's probably going to be the target because she's the squishy.
No, my babe.
The top two on the list are probably Imogen and Layla.
Actually, it makes sense that she would go for Imogen because that's like who Layla cares about the most.
It'll piss Layla off.
Yep, and Imogen has been antagonizing her deliberately, and also Imogen is the witch, and if you're going to return a soul, you probably are going to use your witch, right?
If you kill Imogen, shit will fucking... Layla will lose her shit.
You could use Righteous Fury if she kills Imogen.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll make all of it.
Cool. And plus, I at least have a fireball spell. Like, that's handy against vampires.
True, they can't heal very easily from fire. It takes them a long time to heal.
And it will hurt them, point for point.
That is true.
Unlike a lot of other damage, which doesn't always.
No.
The really annoying thing is that I've just used my force field thing, so I can't use it in this fight. It's basically a get out of fight free card, and I spent it, so... Because otherwise you'd just be like, okay, Charity, you're locked in a bubble for 7 minutes, everybody run.
Also killed Ryan on the way out because,
why did you waste that on Dadbert?
Because Dadbert had an axe.
He had an axe.
Dadbert always has an axe.
He had to spend draw points to half damage, and
you could have just killed Dadbert. You know, take the Layla route. Like, just kill Brian, kill Dadbert, whatever.
You have more hit points, so you don't know what it feels like to only have 26.
True,
I've given you enough XP that it's your own fault if you're still on 26.
You killed me, and I have a lot.
Okay, I had way more important things to invest it in before this fight, so...
Sure. Okay.
Just saying. I'm sure I'll get it eventually.
Is there an armor level up?
No.
I don't think there is.
No.
Shit.
It's called being
no,
Robert.
It's only your qualities, and you have to like bargain to get more.
Yeah.
It's called
that
spending.
Makes sense. Like if I gain scales on me, maybe.
It's called spending like 12 XP and multiple weeks to make a temporary armor suit.
I think the worst part is that even if I got like the full 5 points of hard to kill, I'd still only get 15 hit points.
That's still an increase of 60%?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Really sad. But also like...
And if you have to roll a death save, that's +5, which is great.
That is true.
Really helpful. Because that's the equivalent of minus 50 hit points.
Stuff is what it does help for sure.
Because each minus 10 hit points is a -1 on the roll. So the +5 is equivalent of taking an extra 50 damage for your death save. It's a lot. It's a big help.
Add survival to something else too, and I can't remember what kind of roll it was, but it was something else that had nothing to do with death.
Might be unconsciousness, which you should have been.
Quickly.
Yeah.
You'll get down pretty quickly,
that
but
might have been what it was.
Actually die.
Yeah, you're not meant to add hard to kill to the unconsciousness. It's actually just to the death roll. So you'll still go unconscious pretty normally, except for the extra health. But then to die, you're going to take a lot of beating afterwards, or just bleeding out.
Oh, okay, because I thought you had given us a chance to add that.
That was my mistake. It shouldn't be for unconscious rolls.
Hard to kill is a hell of a lot cheaper than getting more points of con or strength.
The thing is that hard to kill doesn't really stop you as much from going unconscious. The extra HP is great, but you will still go unconscious eventually. The not dying is great if your friends are around. Otherwise, it's just TPK.
I mean,
I also forgot that I have fast reaction time, and I haven't been using that ever. I have 5 in that.
Oh,
was it
that adds 5 for initiative.
Never. It's supposed to my initiative? Wait,
I think so.
I haven't added. Oh yeah, I have been adding it. I did post
Okay, you have been. Okay, cool.
Cool. I was just like, I don't think I've ever been adding that. I've never manually added it. That's why.
Yeah, fast reaction time is pretty cool. But y'all are in a fun place right now. I'm interested for next episode because I think I've never predicted an episode of a character death. Anytime I've been like, I think someone might die this episode, I've always been wrong. This time,
do you think someone's gonna die? No.
The great thing about
I will legit die. Do not. No.
The great thing about a narrative-focused RPG is the narrative takes it where the narrative will go.
I think there's something Rob can do to save
different perspective, but that's fair.
I think Rob can get us out of this, but I'm gonna have to ask E something.
Discord me.
I will, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
I'm
we
curious
might
what
be
it
okay, at least for a time. And then she'll catch up with us and murder us again. It's like it's not like I can kill her, but I can maybe get us out of this fight, and then we'll die a little bit later. But maybe we can prepare. So yeah.
Okay, so I think that's a good place to end the after show with that tease from Bentham. Look forward to next week. Also, next week is the penultimate, it's the final episode of Cheese Quest, so we'll see if they get to Cheese Autopia on the Saturday. So for me joining Layla, it's interesting. I had a one-shot plot of the week planned for the last, like, 4 weeks, and...
Yeah, you were like,
Hi,
he said in admin chat today, he was like, oh, I have something really cool planned today. And then I'm like, is this what he had planned?
You're forgetting that this is Layla the Vampire Slayer.
Yep. That's the thing. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, don't piss off Slaypire, because they would just murder you. They just murder you.
I didn't think we should have gone to see her.
Damn it.
We weren't, in fairness, trying to see her.
She came after us.
It's true, we weren't trying to see her, but I also was thinking this was just not a good idea.
Who
But
knew
did Layla think that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Layla's like, I don't want to fight her. She almost killed me, and nothing kills me. So that's horrifying.
Yep. I like the fact that Barnaby was like, does an 18? I'm like, no. You sure an 18? No.
I know. Josh was like, what? What? I was like, yeah.
No.
I'll roll better next time.
I'll also be kind and say that if you do get any HP increases from anything you take of the XP between now and next session, the HP increase, you will actually get that as full HP, that bit that you get, rather than having to top that up by healing. So that will be instantly given to you, that little extra. It's just in case you need that. So...
He's like, you should spend your stuff on HP, because I'm going to hurt you.
Enjoy!
I'm not fully healed.
Bye, guys!
How much HP do you have, Josh?
Not enough.
I need to...